the Alfa Romeo Giulia Quadrifoglio. It's been built to be more fun, faster and lighter than the German opposition.
One thing I really like is the fact that Alfa's been really considered with its use of carbon fibre. It hasn't gone overboard, but it's used it where it's useful. So here at the front, you've got this splitter and it actually moves to give you a bit more downforce when you need it. There's some side skirts, just a little touch out of carbon fibre and a little aerofoil at the back as well. All very tastefully done. But then there's some other things. For instance, the roof is made out of carbon fibre. They don't show you that, but it's there. It helps keep the weight down. And I want to show you this though, because the bonnet is also made out of carbon fibre. Once again, you think you can't see it until you come to that point in Alfa ownership where you do actually need to look under the bonnet. Look at this, glorious carbon fibre.
Thanks to extensive use of carbon fibre, which even includes the prop shaft, the Giulia Quadrifoglio weighs a comparatively low 1,524 kilograms. And that means it's light enough to fly. Actually, let's just see how long I was airborne for. Looks like I was only in the air for about half a second. Felt a lot longer when I actually did it. Anyway, on with the review.
Now the first thing to talk about with the Giulia Quadrifoglio's driving experience is its beautiful 2.9 litre twin turbo V6. So you've got 510 horsepower, 600 newton meters of torque, and a top speed, according to Alfa, of 190.8 miles per hour. That 0.8 is very important. Some people round it up to 191.
But it's the acceleration which matters more. Alfa says 0 to 60 takes just 3.9 seconds, and I've vouched that myself with specialist timing gear. Not bad for a car that has an automatic gearbox without launch control.
I must say as well, the acceleration is really strong. This engine just loves to rev. Another reason why you want to rev this car out isn't just because of the noise and the performance. It's so you can feel these beautiful aluminium paddles. They're just, oh yeah. It's getting a little bit weird, sorry.
However, things are about to get even weirder because this is a hot Alfa you can buy with your head as well as your heart.
This may well be a beautiful high-performance car, but it's also a practical four-door saloon and has a decent-sized boot. Yes, I'm going to illustrate it now the most immature way possible. Ta-ra a bit. Now, if you do get kidnapped by someone with an Alfa Romeo Giulia, you don't need to worry too much if they're shoving the boot, because this little glow-in-the-dark catch opens it, then you're free.
However, the car most certainly isn't free. It costs from £61,000. But does it feel that expensive?
I really, really like the interior design of this car. The only thing is that the quality doesn't seem quite up there with something like a Mercedes C63 AMG. But yeah, it is a great place to sit. It's just got so much of a sense of occasion about it. Now this one's got a few options on it. So the standard steering wheel in the car is lovely, but this, for £225, you've got the Alcantara and carbon fibre inserts, and that actually seems like decent value for money. What's less good value though are these seats. I mean, they are wonderful, these clamshell carbon seats, but they're £3,000. Don't think I'd bother with these. There's another option on this car which is quite interesting, because I would have thought, being an Italian car, it would come as standard, and that's the smoking pack. Yeah.
With options, this particular car came to over £73,000, but then I think it's worth every penny. The Quadrifoglio is an absolute blast to drive, whether you're on the road or a track, where it can be as sharp as a scalpel, yet as easy to wield as a big old axe. It really is an absolute giggle.
Another thing to note is that you brake a little bit firmly and the hazard lights come on every single time. Why, Alfa? There are some other annoying Alfa Romeo traits. For instance, when it's sunny, you can notice that the paint on the door handles doesn't quite match that on the rest of the bodywork, and it will really drive you crazy. You're gonna have to take my word for it though, because you don't notice it when it's cloudy like it is today. Now, then there's the brake calipers. So you can get them painted in yellow for £150, which seems all right. But if you want them in red, which you probably do because it's an Alfa Romeo, it's £250. Why the difference? And then how about this? The bonnet. So you've opened it, you want to shut it, so... Why doesn't it shut? It doesn't shut because you have to push that and push there in the corner as well. Well, of course. When you've got your bonnet up on your Alfa Giulia Quadrifoglio, you think, do you know what, I want to have a look at the famous shiny Alfa intake manifold. So you take this sound deadening equipment off and prepare yourself for the beauty that lies beneath. It's not really there still. I suppose you can wear this and pretend to be a Power Ranger.
Speaking of power, the Giulia may have quite a lot of it, but for the uninitiated, it's not always that easy to harness.
Now, a car such as this should be dead easy to do donuts in, but it's not as easy as you might think. Firstly, there's the way the traction control system works, so you have to turn it to race, and it's spring loaded, so when you release it, sometimes it pops all the way into normal, and then you think, okay, right, let's do this skid now, and you floor it, and nothing happens because, right, come on, no. Then you realise, that's because I'm in normal mode, not in race mode with the stability off. So you have another go, and you're a bit more gentle this time. Okay, so there we go. We are actually in race mode with the stability off. Then you give it a go, and it's got a diff on it, this car, but it just doesn't seem to want to go. Oh gosh, that's way too hard. It should be simple. Oh, here we go, we're going now. Oh no, it's not. Oh, right, what is wrong? And it really, no, not going at all. It makes you question your ability, and you end up looking like a bit of a plonker, actually, because a car like this, you know, 510 horsepower, rear wheel drive. Oh, here we go. That's easier now. Once you get the hang of it, you can figure out how to make it do it. But at first, it's way too hard. Anyway, that's enough of that. Yeah, for a car such as this, a little bit too hard to donut. Oh well.
Really, if behaving like a hooligan in a car park is your kind of thing, then a BMW M3 will run rings round the Alfa. Bizarrely though, when it comes to high-speed power slides, the Giulia is actually the easier car to drift, which is kind of confusing. But then, this is an Alfa, and they aren't supposed to make sense.
So then, you want to know my verdict, don't you, on this car? Well, you probably guessed already, I absolutely love the Giulia Quadrifoglio. Alfa have totally knocked it out of the park with this car. It's better than a BMW M3. It's better than a Mercedes C63 AMG. It's fabulous, it's beautiful, it's charismatic, and it's a whole heap of fun. And you can live with it every day. So there you go. Best car in its class. Now, if you enjoyed this video, please like it, please share it, click on our logo to subscribe, and click on the video windows to watch our big performance test with this car against its key rivals and my in-depth review of the normal Giulia.